This is it.
This is what?
If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been.
Come on, Sam. Remember what Bilbo used to say? It's a dangerous business.
Frodo, going out your door, you step onto the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you might be swept off to.
Crossing the first threshold. There comes a point in every story when the hero begins to peel away from his ordinary world and move toward the extraordinary world. The first threshold is the place where these two worlds collide. The hero will have to cross that boundary. The hero might have to survive the shock of a boundary that's sudden, sharp, and clear. Or navigate the confusion that comes with a barrier that's gradual and murky, like navigating through fog. But why is this important? What makes crossing the first threshold an essential step in the hero's journey? Campbell says, "The adventure is always and everywhere a passage beyond the veil of the known into the unknown." If you've ever made a major life transition, you've crossed a first threshold. Think back to the first time you applied for a job, moved away from home, or tried out for a sports team. You had to walk right up to the gate of this new world and do the work of crossing that boundary. This probably involved someone playing the role of a threshold guardian, someone determining if you were ready to enter that world, a boss, a landlord, or a coach. Let's start with the basic dynamics of the first threshold. First, what do they look like? Stories often present the first threshold as a physical boundary, natural or man-made. But they don't have to be. The boundary could be abstract, social, or psychological, and the hero crosses it with something he does, says, or thinks.
Private Joker, do you believe in the Virgin Mary?
Sir, no, sir!
The threshold might be dangerous and difficult to cross, or it might be harmless and easy to cross. But a threshold that's easy to cross could still lead the hero to a dangerous, extraordinary world. Sometimes barriers are there for your own good. Second, is it guarded? First thresholds are often protected, but again, they don't have to be. And whether it's good or bad for the threshold to be guarded depends on the story.
Don't do this, Derek.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude. He's trying to help you out.
Guardians can be friendly, hostile, or complicated, some combination of the two. The Guardian might be acting to protect the world they represent, looking out for the hero's well-being, or pursuing their own selfish interests.
Now, wait a minute, Mrs. Mulray. I think there's been some misunderstanding here. There's no point in getting tough with me.
I don't get tough with anyone, Mr. Geddes. My lawyer does.
Third, the hero can cross the first threshold properly or improperly.
Get away! Get back!
Properly means that the hero is basically ready for the experience and crosses the boundary more or less intact.
Is this a test?
Improperly means that the hero crosses the threshold unprepared, prematurely, cheats his way across, or stumbles across it without even knowing it's there. Let's start with a proper crossing. In the Mask of Zorro, Diego, the elder retired Zorro, happens upon Alejandro, who, along with his brother, once saved Zorro's life. He recognizes Alejandro by the amulet he gave the brothers. But Alejandro is drunk. He's ready to trade the amulet for a shot of whiskey, and hungry for revenge against the man who killed his brother. Here, Diego takes on the role of a friendly threshold guardian from the extraordinary world, preventing Alejandro from charging into the realm of adventure blindly.
You're drunk and you're angry, in no condition to fight a professional soldier.
Get out of my way, old man.
You get the first 4 steps of Alejandro's journey right here. He's called to avenge his brother, but Diego objects. There's your refusal. Alejandro escalates, so Diego gives him a little tough love. There's your supernatural aid. Then he offers to conduct Alejandro across the first threshold properly. Alejandro finally learns who he's really talking to and agrees to do things Diego's way. And then it's off to Zorro's secret lair, a physical boundary that represents Alejandro's passage into the extraordinary world. But proper crossings aren't always so clean. Interstellar shows us a successful crossing that takes a toll on the hero and the Threshold Guardian. Interstellar tells the story of Cooper, a NASA pilot who joins a years-long space mission to find a new home for humanity while the Earth slowly dies. But his daughter, Murph, isn't ready to let him go.
You have no idea when you're coming back. No idea. Oh!
Don't make me leave like this. Come on, Murph. Don't make me leave like this, Murph.
As a complex Threshold Guardian, Murph presents Cooper with a moral dilemma, testing his commitment to the bigger picture. As painful as it is, Cooper knows he has to go. It's not an accident that this emotional separation from his daughter is intercut with movement across a physical boundary, going from the Earth into outer space.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and...
Now let's turn to a few examples of improper crossing. We'll start with Back to the Future, which presents us with a hero who enters the extraordinary world by accident. The first act of the story is filled with hints and clues that will help Marty McFly in the extraordinary world of 1955. But he doesn't know that Doc Brown has invented a time machine until a few minutes before he's forced to use it.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
This means he isn't tested or prepared by a Threshold Guardian before he enters the extraordinary world. And that leads to the central problem of the story. He interferes with his parents' first meeting, throwing their eventual marriage and his own birth into doubt. This crisis of causality only happens because Marty was chased across the first threshold by forces entirely unrelated to Marty's need to rescue his father from the underworld.
Let's see if you bastards can do 90.
Next, there's the case of the hero who knowingly sneaks across the first threshold, a social boundary in this case. In Big Daddy, Sonny has temporarily taken custody of his roommate's love child, Julian. With his roommate out of the country, he decides to keep Julian long-term in a misguided bid to prove his worth to an ex-girlfriend. All he has to do is go on deceiving the Threshold Guardian, a social worker who wants what's best for Julian.
Hello, Arthur Brooks speaking.
Hey, Mr. Brooks, how you doing? Kevin Garrity here.
Ah, right on, Mr. Garrity. We were expecting your call.
Yeah, I was wondering, you still got a foster family lined up for Julian?
Yes, we do.
Well, you can cancel him. I decided to take care of the little guy.
Way to sleep on it, pal.
Hey, you two want to get married? I support that. Leave me alone.
When natural parents take the responsibility, I mean, there's absolutely no bigger high for us.
I'm psyched about it too, buddy. So I guess that's it.
Yep, that's it, and good luck to you and your son.
My son?
Finally, let's look at Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man to see what happens when the hero knowingly and voluntarily crosses the wrong first threshold. You probably know the story. A high school nerd, Peter Parker, gets superpowers when he's bitten by a genetically modified spider, and he initially decides to use his abilities for his own short-sighted gain. Noticing Peter's odd behavior, his Uncle Ben tries to give him some fatherly advice.
With great power comes great responsibility.
It's a kind of supernatural aid that will eventually serve Peter on his true adventure, but Peter is already committed to the darker path, making some easy money in a wrestling match so he can buy a car that he thinks will make him more impressive to the girl he likes, Mary Jane Watson. His passage across this dark threshold is blocked by several guardians. The woman at the table.
There's no featherweight division here, small fry. Next!
No, sign me up.
The MC.
The human spider, that's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
And of course, Bonesaw. Peter wins the match, only to be denied his reward by the event's shady promoter. So Peter is in no mood to help when the promoter is robbed by an actual thief.
Put the money in the bag.
What the hell's the matter with you? You let him go!
Peter fails this test of character, leading directly to one of the most famous tragedies in superhero lore, the death of his Uncle Ben. Peter decides to use his new powers to get revenge, but when he realizes that the killer is the thief he didn't stop, he begins a process of psychological reorientation that puts him on the path of becoming a hero.
Thanks.
No matter what shape the threshold takes or how the hero crosses it, that psychological reorientation is the purpose and subject of the next stage of the hero's journey, the belly of the whale.
I met someone tonight. Oh, Christ. I don't know